months. Workaholic, yes. Men's Menneh, yes. She's not strange. I mean, those of you have seen her on the social media back and forth, so I decided to bring her live on the TV as this morning. Good morning to you, Mother. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Great. Welcome to our studio.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to be here.
All right. So, for the benefit of the listening audience, the radio folks who monitor it, just introduce yourself. Go ahead.
My name is Miss Menneh. I am a neo traditional recalling and performing artist from Liberia. I showcase the Liberian culture and tradition to the rest of the world. And that's really who I am. I was born and raised in Banga, Bon County. I'm partially from Nimba and Bon. Yeah, so that's who I am, Miss Menneh.
How long you been doing this? Been showing Liberian talent, the culture to the world. Hello.
So I first went mainstream 2012 when I did a song "Everybody Do the Zomo" in the U.S. and the song is done in the Menneh dialect, and that song picked up and went like wildfire. So since then, I have been behind the scenes showcasing our culture to the rest of the world. I've traveled to other parts of the world as well, like Canada, to represent Liberia, been to Hollywood to represent Liberia, and so since 2012.
So tell us what are the motivations behind your passion for, if I may say, entertainment?
Growing up here in Liberia, the best time I had was as a child to go for vacation to the village. I would involve myself with fishing, moonlight singing, just the whole night. Yeah, waking up in the morning, going on the farm, and everything that had to do with the lifestyle of our people. And my entire childhood, like many others, was during the war. We didn't really get to experience our culture much, and then most of us are now women and men. We are having our own children. A lot of us ran outside the country. So what really motivates me is to teach our younger generation like we have a beautiful and unique culture and this is who you are, so those are some of the things that push me. And also outside of Liberia, many people don't really know the beauty that we have here in Liberian, we are beautiful people, we have a very unique culture. So I've made it my business to let the world know who we are, and so that's what really drives me.
Okay, so how do you see the cultural and tourism industry of Liberia? You spoke about you traveling around the world. Let's look at Liberia. How do you see Liberia? I mean, tourism.
Liberia is blessed with a lot of natural site that could be developed for tourists to come to the country and to see. And so I really think that whoever is gonna take over that position should look into that. And we even just people in like people like us who are passionate about culture and tourism, that's something that we can all work together to open up to the outside world for them to come and enjoy Liberia. Liberia is one country that is so blessed. We have so many different natural attraction in the country that we can develop and have tourists coming in. And of course, tourism bring a lot of revenue to the country as well.
Okay, yeah, that's where. Great. So, what have been the feedback since then? From 2012, you say you've been actively. What have you been hearing? What people appreciating your work was it? Ms. Menneh, you are doing extremely well for your country. Are you motivated or demotivated so thus far?
Well, the truth is that whatever you do in this life, there are going to be people who appreciate you, and there are going to be people who would not. And for me, I don't base my focus on that. I take the good out of it and I run with it. Even if it's one or two person that, see the good in what I do, I take that and I work with it. Um, there are people that appreciate what I do, and of course, being a female and a young person, um, trying to focus on culture, and they it's not easy, especially in this generation, because they see you as someone who don't know anything. First of all, because you're doing traditional music, you are. I call myself country girl, and the reason I did that was to really let people know you can be a country girl, you can still have master's degree, you can do anything any other woman can do, and you can still love your culture and tradition.
So, from the way you look at the Liberian culture, the way you look at, let me just say, the way of life, the beautiful things you admire about Liberia, as a Liberian yourself, how do you think, in your mind, Liberians in general look at their own culture?
This is what I would sound like I'm contradicting myself a little bit. One thing I will tell you is Liberians, we act like we don't love what we have or who we are, but at a point we really do, because if you went anywhere that have a group of Liberian right now and play the Liberian drum sound, the typical Liberian drum sound, you will see every Liberian will get on their feet, whether or not they know how to dance. They are going to get up and try to dance. If they see anything Liberia in other countries, they will run to it. But I don't know, there is this thing that I pray that we can get rid of, is not being proud of ourselves. We often try to settle for the bare minimum because we feel like what we have is not good enough. And like I said, that's also something that I've made in my mind, to just do the little bit I can do in my own weak way to let Liberians know that we are a unique set of people. We don't have to be like everybody else. We are beautiful both inside and out. And then our country is beautiful. It's so blessed, like I said, with a lot of natural attraction.
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you this question. In fact, the current president of the country made reference to this recently. The issue of an institution to oversee this issue of cultural activities, tourism. The president mentioned the issue of separating the ministry, the Ministry of Information from Culture and Tourism. If what he calls the tourism authority, which should oversee maybe culture and tourism, is established, what difference do you think it will make from what we have now?
I feel like that would, you know, um, that will give them the ability to just focus on that industry, culture and tourism. So if you have, like, if your responsibility is focused on culture and tourism and nothing else, you will be able to do more. So I think that's a good suggestion.
That's a good suggestion. And of course, going back to your own contribution in Liberia, entertainment and tourism, what's your build like? Are you motivated? Are you encouraged doing what you're doing? I mean, I see you on the social media back and forth.
I am. And like I tell anybody, what I don't do because I want fame or because I want to make all this money. I have one goal, and that is to showcase our unique culture and tradition to the rest of the world, and to also encourage our younger generation for them to see that they are a beautiful set of people. So I'm motivated every day to do that. um you I know going and wearing the costumes or the dance, that's not just all to it, but at least for somebody who just meeting me for the first time, at wherever I go, I live in a state and a lot of people don't know that. Even my fans, a lot of them think that I live in Liberia. And that's what I want for people to see. I want them to know that I am a born Liberian and I love my country. And I hope that by other people seeing that, they can also fall in love with their country.
Very well. So I remember some part of last year in terms of local tourism and how to make it more attractive. We have in Ghana. So last year, Ghana raised close to 1 billion. You have foreign stars, Jay-Z, Beyonce. They all came down to Ghana. And in terms of Liberia now, I mean, we're not no different. The oldest republic in Africa. How can we match up with these other countries?
And like I said earlier, there's a whole lot of things we can do to attract these people, right? There's a whole lot we can do. It's just working together with the people that have the ideas, um, to get these people to come in and do the same here. We are no different, or Ghana is no different. It's just people with smart ideas were given a chance to put their ideas on the table, and then the people that know how to do the work, they took it and ran with it, and that's why it's happening that way. And we can do the same thing here. Liberians are smart people, and we have a lot of people in this country with a lot of ideas.
Yes, a lot of smart people, a lot of ideas. Yes.
Do you feel disappointed when sometimes you meet a young Liberian, maybe from Lofa or from Nimba, who tells you, oh, I don't speak Ma, or I don't speak Dan, or I don't speak Kisi, I don't speak Loma, that thing is a way bad stuff. How do you feel when you see, or how do you react when you come across such thing?
Yes, I feel very disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, because I I speak Mano. I speak Bele. I understand a little bit of Loma and Gil. To see young people in this country that don't understand, and you live here, but you cannot understand not a single dialect. That's a problem. That is a serious problem. We have other nationalities that live in the state. In fact, their children speak their dialect at home. When they go to school, they speak English. English is not our first language. We have dialects that we should be able to speak before we even plan on going to school. So it just, and that's why I went back. I was telling you earlier that me being a young person and doing traditional music, it was hard at the beginning, because then they look at you like you are, you don't know anything. You're just a village bush girl. So once we are not telling the younger generation that you can love your culture, you can know who you are, and still be educated and still be everything else that you want to be.
So I saw a couple of blogs before we get the lines activated. Link you. I mean, it's a very young lady. Yes, been linked to cultural ambassador, and the reaction is just mixed. Oh yes, yeah, she's good. Yeah, she could make a better one. And I will say most of the negative, I say negative, like she's too young, man. All person in that position. What's the reaction to that?
What the thing is, as for me, I don't do what I do because I want to be cultural ambassador or anything else. I do what I do for the love of the country, right? And one thing I want to educate people, since I'm giving the platform today, being okay, cultural ambassador is an honorary position, meaning someone who is showcasing the culture out there, and then people come together and say, you know what, we see what you're doing, and we want to honor you for what you're doing so that you can continue to do it. Now, if you decide you want to get, you can honor multiple people as cultural ambassador if they are showcasing the culture. You don't need to take a honor from somebody to honor another person. I hope I'm clear on that. You don't need to take somebody honor from them to give it to somebody else. You can just honor another person. So you can have multiple cultural ambassadors if they are out there and showcasing the culture. I think we misunderstand
I
what.
want you to repeat that. You can have multiple cultural ambassadors.
Yes, you can have a country can have multiple cultural ambassadors because the job of a cultural ambassador is to be out there in the world in different countries and selling your culture, right? One person can't even do that. But it's an honorary position. It's not something that it's not a job where you're coming to do. It's something you're already doing, and they honor you to continue to do it. You know?
Yes, 6 minutes up to 9 o'clock. The first name is Miss Menneh. Yes, let's relax a little bit. Let's get some calls from the public and see.
Okay.
MZ, his accent. MZ, it's the first name, right?
Why you have MZ as Miss?
Because I prefer it that way. It's you can pronounce it as MISS, Miss. So it's Miss Menneh. Menneh is my name.
The MZ is your first name?
No, the MZ is MISS. So pronounce it as MISS.
Okay, that's your own brand there.
Yes, yes.
That's a
yes,
nice one.
yes.
Okay. But I took one thing you said. We can have multiple cultural ambassadors.
Yes.
Yes, not just one.
And one of the takeaways is that it is not a kind of government position to say the president has to appoint people to it. It's just, a title or an honor given to you because of what you do.
Yes.
Yes, I think that is very clear.
And a lot of folks asking for social media handles. All right, let's get the lines activated. 0770-153-265. Miss Menneh is live on the True Breakfast Show. 5 minutes up to 9 o'clock. 0770-153-265.
And 0770-202579.
Good morning. Morning. Morning.
Good morning, along with your co-host, Marcus. Thank you so much. I want to say good morning.
Tell us your name. Where you calling from?
Oh, sorry. I call from Kakata. My name is Aloysius. I mix money, let you say, many, something like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to agree with Madam Menneh. I think we should not be looking at this position to be political position for someone to stay there perpetually. I think if you fall under the foreign ministry, Liberia has so many ambassadors that are representing Liberia across the country. So I think it makes a lot of sense. Don't look at it from that aspect. Yeah, she's right. I want to agree on.
Okay.
And Liberia has so many ambassadors. Performing the our cultural heritage.
Okay.
It can represent us. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Baka, and good morning to all you. My name is D. Wesley, and I call you from Wajo.
Why is on so low?
Wesley, your phone grinding.
Sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you get me now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank you, and I want to thank this studio here. I'm so proud of her, saying that she speaks of the vernaculars, and not just that she goes beyond that. That alone is down, because it is a black girl who's coming up.
Your line is bad. We're not getting you. Maybe you can call back. Good morning.
Good morning, Malcolm. And let me say good morning to Onu and the studio guests.
Yes.
And your calling on the unique platform, Daniel Johnson from Abel Firestone. Let me appreciate your studio guests. One thing I like about her, she one person on the social media that's selling our culture out there. And then you see her, you will see her in an African attire, sometimes dancing the culture, and and presenting the culture out there in a very unique way. I love her for that, and let you continue it because people need to know our culture. Maka and Onu, we don't know our culture. Sometimes you will see us wearing the Nigeria attire and take it to be our culture, and it's not our culture. You want to know our culture? See this lady. how she dressed in our cultural attire and said it out there. I love her for that. Let's continue, and I agree with her. We need to have many cultural ambassadors, and not just one person taking to be a breaker or a permanent job. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning. Your name, where you join us from?
Good morning, I'm Liberia calling from Rehab Community.
Go ahead.
I'm very astonished this morning for the brilliant presentation by Mrs. Studio. Yes, I learned a lot of things just like concerning that we should have more ambassadors outside country to serve our culture. That's very important as young people. So that we can give our ideas out there. I mean, I think we'll get more. I mean, Liberia will be served in the entire globe. So I want to say kudos to her. For me, I don't know if I were the president right now, I think the job is yours.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka. And good morning to your studio girl. Maka, I call you from Mambagni Belt from my house away. But that lady, I monitor her when I attended a UNICO conference in Philadelphia. And I also monitor her in Minnesota. She actually selling Liberian culture around the world. So I'm one of the living witnesses to what she just spoke of in the studio there. Thank you so kindly.
Okay, thank you for your contribution.
The text messages back to back. Yeah, the things you talk about. We're gonna have several cultural ambassadors. I mean, it puts a lot of juice into it. Yes, you listen up to the callers. You want to react?
Yeah, well, thank you so much to all the callers. I'm here to serve my people, and I'm glad that what I'm doing on a daily basis is impacting people, because for them to call and say, oh yeah, I see her, I know her, I see what she's doing, that's all I really want, for people to know that we are proud of who we are, where we come from, you know. So that gives me a lot of joy.
Have you come home to stay now?
I come almost every year, because everything I do, like music videos, I come here to do them because I want to show more of Liberia, and, you know, also create the little bit of job I can create for Liberians, like music, like videos, graphers and dancers and things like that. So I come here to do my projects. So we'll see.
So what's the latest project?
What right now I culturally, yeah, it's a lot. We can, yeah. For me, okay, here how I work, right? I don't usually make a lot of noise. I like people to see results. You know, when I'm working, I like for people to see results. I'm actually working in a back about building a cultural village where we can produce Liberian movie to tell our stories. Because if we knew those stories, if we knew where we come from, who we are, we would, you know, we will continue to live that. But because we don't know who we are, so most of the time you can't really even blame the younger generation, because they really don't know.
Okay, so let me know what you there. Pick someone from your county, Neighbor County. Yeah, let's go all the way to Neighbor. Someone's listening up to you live in Neighbor County this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Great. Which part of Neighbor are you from?
I'm calling from Bedjoy, District 8, Nimba County.
Okay. Are you listening to the whole
Normally, I was assigned separately, but because of my son doing election time...
Man, go to the issue. Forget what I'm politics about.
Let me say good morning to my president, the black president of the Republic of Liberia. And let me say thank you for the many appointments he's making. And we hope and pray that those people, when they are taking power, they will work in the interest.
Okay. I mean, off track. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, yes. The lady have not been appointed, so.
So this thing you mentioned, even though the time is almost out, but I think it captured my attention about trying to initiate the construction of a cultural village. That is important. Is that a short-term, medium-term, or long-term plan? And have you come up with what it would take in terms of budget to do that?
Absolutely. So it is, I wouldn't say long-term plan. This is something that I actually been working on since last year. As far as making sure that we have the perfect location. Because once again, this will be a village where younger generation with talent will come to showcase their talent and things like that. So yeah, we've been working on it little by little in the back. Hopefully it come to reality soon. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I'm working on.
So if the opportunity is given to serve as a cultural ambassador, I mean, we need to have that diverse cultural ambassador in different areas, counties, villages, and everywhere. Will you accept it?
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, being a cultural ambassador, once again, it is not it's a honorary position. So if you honor me as your cultural ambassador, you say, oh, we see you, Miss Menneh, we see what you're doing, we want, like, okay, Bone County, the Bone County Association in the diaspora, they honor me as their cultural ambassador. I have that honor with me. So they can also honor another person as a cultural ambassador if they feel the same way about that person. So absolutely.
And the final word as we take leave of you. How do people follow you on social media? I mean, those who listen up to you want to follow you on the social media.
First, I want to say thank you to you and your co-host for giving me the platform this morning. Anybody can find me under the name MZ space Menneh. The name is Miss Menneh. That's a better name. It's Menneh. For those of you who understand better, Menneh is my name. So yeah, you can find me under MC space Menneh, and I want to say thank you to all my fans and supporters, my team. I want to say thank you to all of you. Let's do right by Liberia
Great.
for Liberians.
But I got to follow what the lady have on the social 1.8 million.
On Facebook.
Yeah, she's a real star.
Wow.
She got it. She have the hashtag.
Wow.
Yes, 1.8. That's good followers.
Subscribe now.
Yeah.
I've been following her. I can add her as a friend. I just follow.
Yes, absolutely. Let me just do the same.
Yeah, do the same. Just follow. You can add her. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Let's get a brief out. Miss Menneh right here on the True Breakfast Show 96.
I'm following.